Trading forever. Does anything last forever? It's a profoundly philosophical question, in my opinion, but that's exactly what I want to discuss today. We live in a world where the word forever sounds beautiful, but in reality, it almost never works. Forever is something made up of vows and promises, made emotionally or at the altar. But real life is different. Everything changes over time. For example, the most mundane things like work or place of residence. Even we ourselves change, although sometimes we resist and pretend otherwise. But today, we're not talking about life. We're talking about trading. People often start with a very word in their head, forever. Like now, I'll learn, I'll understand the market, I'll have a system, and that's it. Life will be great. I'm lying on the couch and money is falling from the sky. But the market isn't about relaxation at all. It's about constant tension and understanding what you're doing here and why. Nobody wants to sit around at a boring and a monotonous job, but that's exactly what trading is all about. And if you look at the facts, it immediately becomes clear. The most people lose because they are unprepared for how it all works. We all know a significant portion of traders lose money because they enter without a plan, understanding the risks, or even basic rules, and then wonder why their deposit is gone in a couple of hours. However, if you open any adequate analysis of mistakes, it's all the same: excessive risk, emotional trading, the desire to win back, and faith in a higher power. And now it's time to ask, can trading really be a permanent part of a person's life? Because if you look at it, realistically, trading isn't a profession in the traditional sense. It's not a 9 to 5 job where you come, sit down and leave. And if a person lacks an inner core and a sense of boundaries, trading very easily turns from a source of income into an addiction. This is also a fact that many financial publications don't like to talk about, but it's widely covered. And then it's no longer a job, but a casino, only with the smart face and charts. Trading itself is neither good nor evil. It's a tool that can either work for you or not. It all depends on who's using it and how they approach it. There are people who trade steadily for years, not making huge profits in a month, not shouting about millions, but earning calmly and steadily, practicing risk management and understanding that market owes them nothing. And then there are those who come expecting the market to solve all of their problems. If you think it, you'll realize that the main reason people leave trading isn't because it's impossible to make money, but because trading requires mature, conscious approach. Don't just talk about how sophisticated you are. It's better to demonstrate it through action. If you're not ready to change, then you shouldn't waste your time and money, because trading can't last forever if you're not willing to change with it. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Strategies become outdated, conditions change, and traders must consistently adapt. You can't learn one technique and earn millions from it forever. It's important to be constantly learning. And if you're not ready for that, trading truly becomes a temporary phase that ends in disappointment. Incidentally, many people confuse trading with gambling, especially when everything happens quickly and the results are visible almost immediately. And there is a fine line there. On the one hand, it's a tool. On the other, it's a huge temptation. When someone scores a couple of successful trades in a row, a switch flips in their head. They think they've figured out the market. That'll always be like this. But that's not the case. You start increasing your risks, entering without confirmation, breaking your own rules, and everything goes downhill. And here we come back to the idea that nothing lasts forever. Today, you're interested in understanding charts, but tomorrow, the mere sight of them make you sick. Trading doesn't have to be the love of your life. It can be a stage, a tool, or a skill you use at a certain point in your life. At the same time, there are people for whom trading truly becomes a lifelong pursuit because they treat it like a business. If there's a plan, we work. If there's no plan, we don't interfere. And this approach, of course, doesn't guarantee, but it does offer a chance for a stable income. And these are fundamentally different things, because in trading, there are no guarantees at all. There are only probabilities. By the way, I'll digress a bit and mention a trigger that reality makes some people shudder. It's money. Many people immediately go into a defensive mode. Some expect specific figures, some are afraid to hear them, and some prefer to believe in empty promises. But in trading, there's no one-size-fits-all answers to the question, how much can you earn? Income here directly depends on capital, experience, risk management, and discipline. It's not a salary where you get a fixed amount every month, but a variable amount. And the whole point is to have more upside over the long term, so that the downsides outweigh the upsides. By the way, since we're talking about systematic approach and disciplines, I'll say once and then move on. I have my own Telegram channel. There I host daily tradings, sessions, and trade reviews, where I explain in detail nuances of technical analysis, how to manage risk properly, and risk percentage to use and why it's important. Plus, every week we have a giveaway with a 100% bonus on your deposit. You can really try your luck. Just write, I want to enter the giveaway in the comments and I'll send you a special link. That's it. Back to the topic. Trading as a source of income is only possible when you're playing the long game, not in the I'll make the same money now and then leave mindset, but in the I'm in for the long haul. So it's important for me not to burn out mindset. And you can burn out not only financially, but also emotionally. A very telling point is the statistic on the market exits. A large percentage of people stopped actively trading with the first few years. And this happens because trading requires constant self-improvement, but not everyone wants to do that. Some find it easier to find another source of income with less uncertainty. Therefore, when someone asks if trading is forever, there's no honest answer, because trading can be in your life for as long as it suits you, no more or no less. But let's be honest, everything I've told you so far is certainly interesting, but I think you'd like to see an actual trading process. So let's finally take a look at the chart, where we see the risk, the plan, and the responsibility for every decision. And here you can experience a difference between theory and practice. Let's start by trading the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar pair asset. We see that trading at a 70 RSI, having bounced to the middle of the Dong chain channels, it eventually broke through them, bounced off the low and moved higher. But the situation here is such that a correction is inevitable. We can see from the red candlestick and the oscillator, we immediately enter a downward move and see the price has shot up. We enter a catch-up move and the candlestick, because here we can be sure that the price will correct directly downwards. Great. Closing two deals at once, we're doing great. Keep going. Deal 3. We choose the next asset, the Australian dollar and the US dollar OTC. Here the prices are trading at 70 RSI, but the oscillator shows that it's time for it to go down. And in general, at this stage, the prevailing sellers from the Dong chain channels, we see we've already reached quite a high and the price is or has bounced off the top of the Dong chain channel, so we are confidently moving lower. And we're right, the price went down and we accordingly closed in the plus, but at the edge. Let's now choose the next asset. This will be the euro against the pound, or with the pound as a pair. Here we see a sharp upward breakout with the price reaching 70 RSI, but at this point the oscillator shows selling dominating as an indicator by the red candles. Let's go down, but the candle flies up accordingly. On the same candle, we can make a catch up. Yes, our first deal closed in a minus, but that's not a big deal. We'll cover it with a catch up. Now, let's summarize everything we've discussed today. Trading isn't forever. It doesn't have to be the meaning of life or the only source of income, but it can be a milestone, a tool, or an experience. Whether it's bitter or not, it's up to you to decide. But the only thing that will stay with you forever is your approach. Conscious, sober, and without rose-colored glasses. And if you approach trading this way, it has a chance to become a stable part of your life. Thank you for watching this video to the end. And if you resonate with the honest and calm perspective of trading, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I also regularly analyze the market and show real trades on my Telegram channel. If you want to get closer to practice and see how it all happens in real time, come on over. The link is in the description down below.